So who's next, actually? Oh, Naoto again. Oh, hey, that was actually pretty quick. So, like, I know he was being all jokey and everything around the last crew, but at the same time, I think this person has multiple personalities. Probably because, like, this kind of a little bit spoilers for myself, but in the versus mode, there's two versions of Show, one with the persona, one without, and I thought maybe it was just an awakening. But, like, what if one personality just doesn't have a persona while the other one does? But which one is it? Because he had weird powers for the big jokey one, but this one's a lot more serious. And his voice is a lot different too, that's what caught me off guard. What if the culprit in this case also intends to summon something into this world? And what if the reason our enemy makes no move to hide the fakes, and challenges us to legitimate fights is because they need to gather something before the plan can be achieved? I was right! I think that wish is like for the fall of humanity, but everyone who wanted that in Persona 3 is dead. It was like 3 people. Technically 4, but she changed her mind. Maybe it's one of them and he's like, oh, they're dead, so I'm gonna keep going with their wish, but I think General Teddy is, like, not associated with the show at all. I kind of thought they would be, but I couldn't find any connection why they would be. But at the same time, it makes sense now that they just aren't at all. Because it seems like he's using Teddy's shadow creation things to farm them.
Who am I? That constant question. It's quite intriguing that a machine created for suppressing shadows would ask it. What? But first, let me see the rest of you.
So he's saying, like, Labra should know who he is, because she was a machine designed to destroy shadows, which means he might be related to the Kirijo group. Oh, he does have a persona. Wait a minute.
You are the ones who killed his father, after all.
His father. His father. I think I know who they're talking about. Oh, it's actually starting to hit me. That person was that one guy, the big spoilers guy. I want to try to hide it, but, like, at this point, anyone who's still watching is probably already familiar with the story, so, dang, I actually already forgot his name, Ikutsuki. I think that's who they're referring to, because it's like, first of all, Strega barely did anything in the story, second of all, no, like, I guess he wished for the fall, but it wasn't like Takaya. It's one of those two. It's either Takaya or Akutsuki. His world. Minazuki's phrasing catches my attention. This could be an important clue to the culprit's motives. Could Minazuki mean he instigated this in order to avenge someone whose parent or parents were killed? Perhaps he's seeking revenge on the Shadow Operatives. No, that's not right. Given that they took Mitsuru-san's group hostage and summoned the others here, it seems more likely that Minazuki wants revenge on Mitsuru-san and her associates from high school.
I'll be heading back now. Take your time.
So yeah, he has something against all of them, not just the Shadow Operatives, so it has to be someone from the story. Which doesn't really help, because I kind of already knew it was one of the two. And there's another bear pun. It's really adding more and more to the title.
Oh, does this mean he had a plume of dusk in his possession?
Not exactly.
In his possession, or was it in him?
It was more like it was synced up with his heart. It felt just like ours do.
I don't think he's a robot, but I think he kind of just forced himself to function in the dark out. Maybe that's why he had, like, that. It's just, maybe that's why he seemed like he had 2 different personalities, or was acting different. Or maybe it's just, he was already like that, but he made himself function in the dark hour by forcibly putting something into his heart. To be continued. Same with this video. This video is going to be to be continued. I messed that up, but I'm just going to roll with it.